Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Iris and I'm here to do your monthly spiritual guidance reading for the month of June 2019. And so I try to meditate on your energy to get some overall general energy for you, and nothing specifically was coming through as a clear and concise message, which just leads me to feel that you're kind of in this space of, I'm going to call it ground zero, as in you're not really, you're kind of in a place of contentment is what I want to say. And not that it is contentment for, not that you don't want forward movement in your life, but it's an energy of just feeling content. Okay, this is where I am right now. It is what it is. Things have unfolded as they did, and it's all good. I'm not, I don't have any, big rushing plans coming in all at once, but it's more like, okay, here I am. We're kind of neutral, and let's move forward from here. That's kind of the feeling with the no real heavy energy or kind of neutral energy that I was feeling for you this month. So let's see what guidance is going to come out for you for the month of June, Sagittarius. And so for this reading, I'm going to be using Wisdom of the Oracle, and those cards there are going to be the energy that you're coming into June with. And then we'll move into the Fairy Tarot, that will be your spiritual guidance. And for that spiritual oomph to round off the reading, I'm going to be using Kuan Yin's Oracle cards. So let's get started with your reading, Sagittarius. So, as you know, there are a lot of Sagittarians out there, and so messages may not resonate with all of you, and that is okay. If the message doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, and that's totally cool. Just check back next month and see what's there for you. If it does resonate with you, that is also cool. Take what does work, what makes sense to you, apply it as you see fit for yourself. And never give your power over away to a reader. You have free will and you have free choice, and the decisions that you make are for yourself, for your highest good, on your highest path. So no reader is the gospel and knows what is best for you. Just know that it is spiritual guidance that will help you on your path for your highest good. So let's get into this. All right, energies. What energy, Sagittarius, are you bringing in with you? And I did pre-shuffle and premeditate on your cards. Sometimes the cards take a bit to come out. I tried pulling cards once or twice, and I just didn't feel that was the right way for me to do these readings. So I do just, I do have to be patient and let the cards come out. There we got a flyer here. So the first card out for you is Regeneration in reverse, and these, oops, there's the next one, and then Fate is your next one out, and it is also in reverse. And what I was going to say about the reversals on the Wisdom of the Oracle is that they're not bad. I do read these ones in reverse because they offer just a little bit more of protection. There's no bad messages in any of my readings. They're all good messages that are there to help you on your highest path, and something that you might need to know. So the regeneration, and you know what's really interesting? I'll just tell you this right now. All three of these cards, regeneration, the fates, and peace, they're all in reverse. And again, I don't think any of it is bad. I think it really reflects that the neutral place, or the place that your energy is in right now. Because regeneration, if you look at it upright here, you know, you could see the forest, and then the forest burns off all of the dead stuff, and then there new growth comes out of the burning away of the old. So for you, Sagittarius, I get the sense that there has been this burning away stuff, and that you're still in the process of, you know, how the card is upside down. So I feel that you are still in that, you know how when you have a big forest fire and they put out the fire, and then the ashes, like the embers, are still glowing and burning? I think that's the feeling that I get from this. You're in that phase where, you know, the fire has been put out, and the new life is there. It's springing. It's underneath. It's growing, but you're still in that phase of just letting everything kind of die down, so that this new growth can be upright like that. That's the feeling that I get with that card, right? So it's in that kind of, we're kind of just there kind of place, okay? Now the fates, I love this. I love this because the fates is where all of the stars align for you. And it is in reversed. And what that says to me is that this here was meant to happen. Whatever has been burned away was meant to happen, and that there are more things coming for you. But again, you're in that place of neutrality, and, you know, just waiting for the hot coals to kind of die down, so that new life can regenerate with you. And I feel, you know, perhaps again, like, you know, the peace card would be, you know, you're in that place of free flying, and you're feeling peaceful, and the doves are flying in the air, and life is good. And reverse like this, it doesn't mean that life is not good, but you're kind of in that flowing, kind of getting ready to be in that place of peacefulness and contentedness. But right now I feel it's more of it's contented, but you're still waiting. You're in that waiting kind of place. And that is the energy that's coming with you into June. And like so many of the signs, and not so many of the signs, we're in month 6. We're at that halfway point in the year. And, you know, 2019, 2020, I'm not an astrologer. I don't know much about astrology, but I do know that Jupiter is in the Sagittarius sign. I'm in a Sagittarius as well. And that, you know, there's lots of good things happening. And I believe in order for good things to happen and to come to us, we need to go through that burning away of what isn't working. That could be a belief system, it could be people, it can be situations, it could be places, it could be a lot of different things, right? And so that needs to happen. And now with us being, you know, in month 6, we're at the halfway point. You know, it's good that we're letting the fire be put out, and, you know, where we're getting lined up for what's coming up next. And holy Dinah, the 9 of Summer came out, and this is like, you know, your fairy godmother, you know, and wishes come true. Like, this is like the Cinderella story. So of wishes coming true and things, you know, a magical time in your life. It could be, you know, it could be as romantic as a relationship, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be, you know, what have you been wanting for such a long time? You know, this is going to be the starting month. I believe that June is going to be the starting month of, you know, when you talk about wish fulfillment, it's not like one day it's not there and then boom, you know, the next day it shows up, or that it shows up in the month of June, because energies are fluid, right? They run over the course of time. And yep, some of the planets do have influence, energetic influence. And again, I don't follow astrology or astronomy, but I do know that some of the moon, some of the planets in our signs, as they move about, they do have an influence in us and how we feel and what we're going through, and what we're willing to let go of and what we're not willing to let go of, and the ups and downs of how we feel throughout a month and throughout a year. It's funny, I started off this year and I was saying to myself, this is going to be my year. This is going to be my year. And this is definitely my year, but it's certainly not the way I thought it would be. And there's a lot going on, and I suspect that there's a lot going on for you as well. So let's just see what else comes out for the month of June for Sagittarius. Yes. So patience, but there, 9 of Spring. So the 9 of Spring, and I'll show you the cards as we go through them, but the the 9 of Spring talks about protecting ourselves, protecting what we've been working for, and preparing ourselves for changes. And then the next out we have the 10 of Autumn, and then there's the Princess of Winter that came out for some additional information as well on that card. And I'm just waiting for 3 more cards to come out. So as I said, the 9 of Summer is about hopes and dreams and wishes coming true, and I feel that June is the start of that, because as we go through that regeneration phase, we're making room for new stuff to come in. But we also want to protect ourselves and protect what we've been working on and protect different parts of who we are. But we also have to be ready for the changes that are coming in, because as new growth starts to happen, things in our lives will start to change. People will fall away, like I said, people, places, situations, whatever it happens to be, right? And then we have to prepare ourselves for the new things that are coming into our lives. And I think a lot of you are getting back to the basics of what's really important to you and what you value, and in terms of tradition, creating financial security for yourself, and just having some stability. I think a lot of Sagittarians, a lot of people in general, but specifically Sagittarians, have been really working on creating stability in their lives, and I think that that's what a lot of this reading has to do with. Right? Okay, let's just go. 3 more. Sometimes in these readings the cards just come out so quickly, and other times they just take their time. So if you want, you can fast forward this video to where the cards do come out. The next card out is the Magician, which is the beginning of something new. The Dreamer is all about the dreams. That's card 0. But the Magician is like, okay, you already know what you want, and you can make magic happen in your life. And that's come out underneath the 9 of Summer as well, which tells me that yeah, you're onto something good. Okay, and here are, oops, 1 more, and then the Princess of Spring, oops, there we go, and Awakening. All right, sticking to my chair. All right, here we go. So let's talk about this. Okay, so as I already talked about, the 9 of Summer is about the fairy godmother, and wishes coming true, and things start to start moving, right? So you see how the energy is moving around these these two women here, and well, not the fairy godmother in the back, but this girl here, right? She's got all of the stars and the mystical and the magic that is swirling around her. So even as, you know, Cinderella's godmother was there, and she went poof, right? And, you know, her pumpkin turned into a carriage. I don't know why I'm using this as an analogy, but you know, there was that momentum, the swirling around of the energy that changed the pumpkin into this, you know, beautiful carriage, and changed her from, you know, her rags, her cleaning rags, to this beautiful gown that she was wearing. So this energy isn't like, here, poof, all your dreams come true overnight, but it is the magic that starts to happen, that, you know, that whatever it is that you want to create for yourself, the relationship that you want to have, the business growth that you want to manifest into your life, the partnerships, whatever the dream of traveling, whatever that is for you, that energy is in motion, and you already know you have the magician energy, and this is what I want to manifest in my life, or start manifesting. These cards all fall underneath this regeneration, and because you're coming into June with this energy, over the course of June, this is going to turn upright, and it will continue to stay upright. And then this is going to start to happen for you, and this is already happening for you, because you are in I feel that you are in that contemplative kind of neutral kind of place, where you're just waiting for things, and you know, if you're anything like me, I can be quite impatient, and I want things to move faster than what they are. But you know, it's a good idea, and you know, you can't rush a turtle, right? Things just take time. Healing takes whatever time the healing takes. So then we have, next to this 9 of summer, we have, 9 of summer, we have the 9 of spring. And you know, 9s represent the ending of a cycle. So you have 2 9s here, and this 9 of spring is, you know, protecting ourselves, protecting things that we have worked so hard for. And you know, a lot of us have been on this real spiritual growth journey, and you know, sometimes it can be really scary. So we want to protect the parts of us that are vulnerable, and we also want to protect what we have created so far, but we don't want to hang on so tight that it stops our own growth and being prepared for the changes that are coming up. So it's a nice gentle balance between protection, being vulnerable, but preparing ourselves for what's coming up. And you know, there's nothing bad coming up at all. It's all good, right? And this 10 of autumn is what you're creating. This is what you want. These are your hopes and your dreams. And you know, like I said, for a lot of us, we're trying to create stability in our lives. And what came out along with the 10 of autumn is the princess of winter. And a princess, you know, it's a young energy, and you know, somebody around you who is, you know, giving you some truth or helping you see the truth. And you know, a young person, it could be an older person, but with a younger way of being and mannerism. But you know, things that you can learn from that person as you move towards what it is that you want to create for yourself. And you know, for me, there are a lot of people that I follow on YouTube that are really inspiring, and they have a different outlook on on life, and they have a fresh new perspective, right? So, you know, I can be quite set in my ways, and so sometimes it's nice to hear like a different perspective that gets you thinking, you know, yeah, there is that, and I could really, you know, have a look at that within myself, and not just like cling on to what was, but just go, okay, you know, maybe I can let go of that. Maybe it's time for me to let go of that. So that's what this represents. So as you are moving towards creating whatever it is that you're creating for yourself, you know, be on the lookout for messages and information from other younger souls or younger people who are out there and offering value and service and information that that will help you see things from a different perspective, right? And that's what that falls underneath this awakening card, which is really cool, because sometimes when we get so stuck in a way of thinking that we don't open ourselves up to, okay, what else is possible for us, right? So that's really interesting, right? So seeing things from a different perspective, right? But these two cards is what I want to really hone in on, because the Magician is, what magic do you want to create in your life? Both of these cards are about, okay, let's go, let's do this thing, you know, let's clear out with the messages here, right? Let's clear out and let's learn what we need to learn, start taking steps towards what our goals and our dreams are, that's going to get to that place of stability. So all really awesome things. So as you move through the month of June, and you are going through the embers cooling and just allowing things just to kind of move at whatever pace, just trust that magical swirling has already started around you. And a lot of it has to do with our beliefs and our mindsets, the things that we do on a daily practice, whether you are meditating, the foods you eat, the things that you listen to, filling our minds with positivity and the right mindset to make this happen for us. Because it is a time for your dreams, right? I mean, you've ended a cycle, like you've got a couple 9s, and you've got a 10 as well, and then you've got the Magician and the Princess of Spring, which is all about the newness, the new journey, the new stuff coming in. So ending one thing, and you know, there's like a whole swirling thing going on around you, and that is really awesome, because like I said, Jupiter is in our sign, and this is our time of creation and manifesting and luck and moving forward. But it does take effort, you know, and a dream without action will always remain just a dream. Okay, so here we go. Now, a card already flew out from Kuan Yin's Oracle, and that card is the 8 of Mortals. Oh, no, 8 mortals, just 8 mortals. Now I'm going to have to read from the handy dandy book, because I do not know these messages off by heart, and some of the messages can be a little bit lengthy. This particular one is, let's see, I don't think it's too bad. It's not too bad. It's kind of actually short. Okay, compared to some of them. Okay, so here is Kuan Yin's spiritual guidance for you. The messages you have been receiving that are unconditionally loving, fearless, encouraging of you to grow and to be your true self are from your higher guidance. The 8 mortals and other beings of divine light and divine love are guiding you. It is safe to follow these messages now. Doing so will bring you greater joy. Sometimes you may question whether you are in contact with genuine spiritual guidance or engaging in wishful thinking. Genuine guidance is simple, clear, and repetitive. When you ask for confirmation, it will come. The more open you are, the more quickly the confirmation can reach you in the form of signs, conversations, and serendipitous happenings. In fact, confirmation and guidance can be instantaneous and from multiple unconnected sources. Like the universe is playing a joyful, loving game with you. The guidance will be uplifting and helpful. Sometimes it will ask you to take a step that feels challenging, and yet true guidance always proves itself in that it only asks of you what is right and just for your highest good. It also serves the highest good of all involved in any situation, no matter what our fears might be. It is good to be careful and discerning about the quality of guidance that you are seeking, but it is usually an easy task to identify when guidance is not of a higher vibrational variety. And for me, anytime you ask for guidance and you're wondering, whether it's wishful thinking or it's good or whether it's for your highest good, is if you tune into how that guidance makes you feel, even if it's challenging guidance, like do that video, apply for that loan, that student loan, whatever it happens to be, even though it might be a challenging thing that might make you feel nervous. If you tune into how you're feeling, you might feel that level of excitement or that level of peace, right? If it makes you feel dark and heavy, then that is not the divine guidance. That's kind of something outside of that. But if it makes you feel like it's a challenging guidance, but it kind of makes you feel like excited, and yet you're going, oh, I can't really do that, but yet it kind of excites you at the same time, that's divine guidance of a higher vibrational variety. It will be judging of you or others. It will not feel right. So that is if it's not high vibrational. Even if genuine guidance feels like it is asking you to do something unexpected or something that feels like a real stretch for you, it will still feel right in your own heart to do so if it's high vibrational. Genuine guidance, even when challenging, brings a sense of rightness and peace into your heart, whereas low vibrational guidance or thoughts or wishful thinking doesn't bring you into a deeper peace. It simply confuses and confirms judgment. It isn't nearly as helpful. Sift through your thoughts and feelings to come to the genuine guidance and true spiritual knowing within you now. You can call upon the 8 immortals and any being that loves you unconditionally and trusts that you will receive quality guidance. This process below will help you to be still and connect with it through your own heart, which contains great wisdom and peace to guide you. And then it goes on to a healing paragraph and then a prayer. But if you ask for guidance of what's next, and you just take time to sit and hear an answer, you will get that guidance. So Sagittarius, I hope that this reading was helpful, that it resonated with you, and that you can take something away that is going to be useful for you in the month of June. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and you like this video, consider subscribing and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Leave a comment below. I love to hear what is going on for you, and I respond to all of the comments in a helpful, inspiring way that is going to help you in whatever you're going through right now. If you want to book a private reading with me, I will leave that information below. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one through your own spiritual ascension and you just need some help with some things, I will leave all of that contact information below as well. So that's a wrap for today. I will be back kind of mid-month just to give you a little bit of a boost, but I wish you a beautiful month of June, and I'm sending you so much love and so much light and so much healing, and until we meet again, bye.